It is not easy to find a video you want to watch from Stable-Tech Studios on here. Anyway, welcome to my Terminal Secrets reactions. Episode 1 is out, and Terminal Secrets episode 1 does. Okay, normally that was already out, but that's not what we decided to. It is a surprising yet necessary quality of ponies that include matching the world. Okay, I didn't get to read that. Stable-Tech Studios presents Wake Up, Sleepyhead.
Good morning, Stable-Tech. I hope you all slept well. Superman wishes you a productive and happy day, and here's a personal favorite song of mine to get you through the morning.
The fuck?
Another day.
That sounds like Blackjack. That's the opening theme song.
Hey, Butterfly, that's only for tonight after work. You in?
Yeah, sure. But I'm so far behind schedule. You know what Cold is like. Thanks, Pesto. Morning Star. Ugh, food here is never good.
Buttercup!
It's Butterfly.
Butterfly.
Whatever, who cares? You free tonight?
This side of
Make sure you're recording.
I should go.
You haven't even...
You are recording.
I'm studying out the mood.
You know, that's how you get.
Terminal Secrets.
Crusader mainframe Hub 32 active. Good morning, Alice.
Oh.
Alright. What's the word?
And I thought that was Sly Cooper for a second.
Has been assigned to you for today. There have been developments that demand your attention.
Alright, bring up the most recent logs.
Negative.
Excuse me?
Protocol dictates you must first go through audio logs from the stable's first few years before accessing their live feed.
Ah, but that's even more work.
What the hell?
Explanation. In order to complete the work of Stable-Tech Corporation, you must provide an analysis on the stable you are focusing on for the day to document the results of the social experiments and...
Alright. I know this already. Jeez.
The Crusader mainframe doesn't seem too friendly.
As soon as the clip gets boring, I'm moving to the next clip.
That's highly unprofessional.
Yeah, well, they didn't have to pay me for this job. You didn't for that.
Track 01. 5 days after the Great War.
Okay, use the sensor blade went on me.
Next.
Track 09. 7 days after the Great War.
09, what?
It's starting to hurt. Oh, goddesses, my head!
Next.
What?
Track 18. 3 months after the Great War. All stable residents report to the meeting hall immediately.
Take us to that one.
Track 19. Accessing audio from security cameras. Quiet down, everyone, please. I know how much you all have been suffering. It has been a long couple of months.
So is this stable 2 or is it a different stable?
Our medical ponies think they have finally reached a conclusion as to what is going on here.
What is going on?
I am sorry to say that we were apparently not able to close the stable doors in time. Some radiation breached the seal and has affected all of us. I know the door is tightly sealed now. The talismans have finally cleaned the air of the contaminant. But it was too late to prevent damage being done. The radiation has affected our DNA, our genetic
This
code.
can't be real. You're lying!
Are you kidding?
No!
They're not our children. My belly is
Oh,
burning.
come on! Are you serious?
There is a certain chemical in our brains that no longer works, which is why we are now experiencing these horrible and throbbing pains in our heads. I know how much it hurts.
Seeing as how you're an overmare, I have to claim whatever you say BS.
As the rest of you.
So,
Our doctors and scientists have been working non-stop and pushing through their own pain. I might remind you. But we think we have finally found a treatment.
a treatment
We
for
have
the patient.
a synthetic replacement that we are testing that should temporarily replace that brain chemical and stop the pain. However, we have only tested it on a small control group so far. So you must please be patient as we continue to refine the medicine. Until then, I need to ask everyone to continue working through the pain. We will be
I need to be a bitch overmare.
starting with families that have small children. Thank you.
All right, find me the next highlighted doctor's line. Actually, no, who was the analyst on this before me?
Blue ball.
Can you access his notes in this report?
Accessing.
Just got into Stable 81's logs.
Okay, so Stable 81.
Experienced migraines. The doctor's solution was a serum. You'd spend the day working.
I've never heard of Stable 81. It might be a Project Horizons thing, I don't know.
Wow, that's really just awful.
Is he a
How
cyberpunk?
many other audio logs? What happened next? And I can't. I'm going to ask for the stable to be transferred to one of the other analysts.
Right, when is the next highlighted log from the doctors?
1 year after the Great War.
It's amazing, Doc. I'll go days at a time without my daily dose of the serum, and it doesn't seem to affect me one way or another. I haven't had a headache in weeks. That's great.
This is really difficult to hear. I don't know, maybe I'm just deaf. I forgot the way he said blood.
Oh, yeah. Of course I can do that.
Mr. Hater. What, are we going off and wander over yonder now?
Audio feed has been pulled from security camera. This audio recording takes place 180 years after the Great War, 16 years before today.
Damn, Lugna. Rough day down in the shops.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Orchard. Can't we talk after I get my dose?
Alright,
It's not my fault
first
you
episode
get
we're
all
already
the
dropping
all
F-bombs. Wonderful.
Maybe if you lost a few pounds, your dose would actually last the whole day like it's supposed to. Easy, man. I'm just joking. Is it because of honeydew?
Well, I told her that she shouldn't switch to the night shift. She changed the dosage schedule, and now she can't seem to get used to the new cycle. So I try to stay up with her until she goes to work. Oh, it's really cutting into my sleep. But she wanted to help fill in. after what happened to Apricot.
Oh, goddess, that's right. Did they ever find out how he did it?
It turns out he broke the lock on the chemical cabinet and plunged a syringe of liquid bleach into his neck.
Fuck.
Isn't bleach supposed to be liquid?
I can't take the pain anymore.
It must be nice living with Saffron.
Oh, absolutely. You ain't hearing no complaints from me. I don't know how I got an immune mare fall for me. Between her rockin' hips, sweet smile, and poison-free blood, I consider myself the luckiest stallion in all of Stable 81.
Have they found out about your daughter yet?
No,
The thing
not
is in
yet.
Stable 99. I've
They
only read the
say
first
the
chapter of
immunity usually
Horizons.
presents itself after she
Anything's
gets
gonna be
born.
allowed.
And with the way she's been coming along in her science classes, I think that'll happen any day now.
I'm happy for you, won't you? Say hi to Saffron for me. And
Hey,
I'll be wishing the
be
best
quiet.
for Pink Pip.
Thanks.
I know it's a Vista 7-1, but he's just gonna have to wait.
I do hope she feels better.
The next relevant data occurs 3 days later.
I'm trying to listen to music in the background. Stable Talk, are you gonna give us downloads of these songs? That'd be cool if you could. Is that supposed to go along with music?
Hello?
Hello there. You must be Pink Pippin.
Yes, I am. But you can just call me Pinkin.
Well, then it's nice to meet
With
you.
Pinkie Pie? Related
My name
to
is
Pinkie or
Dr.
Silverbell?
Please, come inside. So I was told that some little filly just got her mark.
Yes! Yes, I did, see?
A volumetric flask. Well, I'm not surprised they sent you here now. It won't be long until I'm calling you Dr. Pinkin.
That would be so amazing. I'll promise I'll work very hard.
First sign of blood, you're gonna go run.
I have no doubt about that. From now on, you'll be coming here every morning, and I'll make sure your full 8-hour workday is full of learning and new experiences. Now that you have your mark, you can begin your life's journey of discovery, science, and medicine for the greater good
All the
of
boring
every home
bullshit.
and stable.
Then again, this is stable, so she probably
You
wouldn't know.
will?
Yes, you will.
Why do I enjoy hearing this little children
And
voice?
that means you will soon have a much
Little child voice,
deeper
I guess I should have
understanding
said.
of the world and everything that makes us who we are.
No, she won't because she's stuck in Stable 81.
I suspect you have already heard a few things about our work. Your mother is immune, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
I'm immune to the pain also. It is with that
And is the
gift
child?
that doctors like us can work towards further discovery so that we can help our fellow pony. You see, the pain is caused by an error in the mind. Something that's been there from the very beginning.
When the stable door couldn't heal fast enough?
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay.
And that error has carried down through the generations. Except for a special group of ponies, like your mother, who have developed a natural immunity to that error.
Because my mom's brain produces a different kind of neurotransmitter. So the dead kind that so many other ponies have doesn't build up in her brain, causing the pain.
You are a smart one, aren't you? Do you know the
Doesn't
full
little
scientific
kid
name?
know this high vocabulary?
Osteoporosis.
You are going to do great things, Pinkin. We'll be finding out soon enough if you have been blessed with the gift, too. It's not always a sure thing. Especially when one of your parents isn't immune.
So, there's a chance I won't be immune? Does that mean I won't be able to be a doctor like you?
It will mean your life journey might progress down a different path. But we won't worry about that until we know for sure.
It means you're gonna
I'll
burn it
schedule
out
you for
pretty
an
much.
immunity trial next week. Until then, how about we get you fitted with a lab coat?
Yes, please.
These sensory bleeps are perfect.
The analyst at the time managed to hack into Pinkin's pip as she was walking out of the office and activated the audio recording. I insisted.
That makes you kind of a risky move.
Hello? Lugnut? You in there?
Oh, get out! Get the fuck out!
Is that Honeydew? What's wrong with her?
Fuck off!
Nothing relevant was flagged within the next week by analysts. Are you feeling better, Orchard?
No, I'm not. I'm fine. It's okay.
I made you some tea. Here, drink.
Yeah.
Tea always has stuff. Drink tea, learn nothing.
You've got to start talking about it.
Pinky bursts in and says,
Britannia
"Don't
for
yell
the
at
win."
her." She was in tears, Saffron. I go to give Lugnut a piece of my mind, and Honeydew, his wife, she was just hanging from that rope. And then the sound of it. She detached the other end of one of the big ceiling lights. I could hear the glass starting to crack.
So, the suicide happened? Am I
Just a moment of
misunderstanding
silence
something?
before the whole thing shattered.
I don't know. What did you worry?
She... A corpse hitting the floor is a sound that sticks. Sticks in my head.
Okay, so, yeah.
And
I guess-
Lugnut, he's been bad at work, Saffron. We're working the rivets yesterday, and he just kept pounding on the wall until half the rivets had popped out. I mean, I know he's a big guy, but I thought he was gonna crack his hooves into pieces. They were all bloodied and raw by the end.
I'm so sorry to hear that. I mean, I know she was having a hard time adjusting. But suicide?
Okay, so I was right.
I never thought Honeydew was capable of it.
You
Were
never
the
know
doctors
when
able to
someone's
give her
capable of
a
suicide.
supplement dose, something to help her get by?
According to Lugnut, they weren't. Still not enough to go around.
Oh, goddesses. I would have given her some of my blood if I could help.
Now, don't say that. This has nothing to do with you. You already give too much as it is.
I'm so sorry to hear it, though. Do you know when the funeral is?
Saturday. Damn, I hate pulling out that suit.
Of course something has
My
to be on
life that thing
Saturday.
morphed didn't make me think of death so much. Listen, I don't want him to be alone much right now. Is it okay if I take him to Storm Brews afterwards? Just to keep him company?
Oh, yes.
Are you kidding me? Fuck. The we probably won't continue where I left off. That's just fucking swell. Okay, I was trying to stop doing reactions like this, but apparently Lee does not like to play long videos. So, let's just... Actually, you know what? Don't even put it in full screen.
Is it okay if I take him to Storm Brews afterwards? Just to keep him company?
Oh, yes, of course, dear. He could use a friend right now.
I don't know.
Anyone can be a friend.
Mom, Dad, I'm home.
Hey there, Pinkin. How's my little doctor?
I got back the test results from Dr. Needle. I have immunity.
Congratulations,
Yay.
sweetie. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that.
My two beautiful, perfect mares. Come on, we should celebrate. Who wants to go out for smoothies?
I do.
I do.
It's their fault, Green Orchard. I begged them, pleaded with them as much as I could.
Actually, wait, this is stable.
But they
This is the
wouldn't let
stable.
me
Never
do
mind,
it.
no I don't.
Look, now, you've been suffering yourself. You couldn't have given her your dose of serum. Honeydew wouldn't have wanted that. And you wouldn't have been able to work. You wouldn't have been able to get your serum anyway.
Then why is my wife dead, Orchard? Why didn't it work anymore? Why was she in pain?
I don't know, Lugnut. Changing to a nocturnal schedule is a big shift to
These
get
names
used
feels
to.
really weird because they don't recognize
Sometimes
it.
messes with your head and can mess with the dosage of the serum. Don't understand the science behind it. That's why we have doctors working all the time trying to find ways to make better serum. Or
Yeah,
one day
doctors
create a
solve
cure.
everything.
And you ever think to question those doctors?
What do you mean? Why would I question them?
How about the fact that only the immune can become full doctors? That all the rest become just chemists or technicians or nurses?
Yes,
Why is that?
Too smart.
You know perfectly well why that is. The serum is far from perfect. Do
Do you really want doctors who have to do so much intense like us? They can't just set themselves on autopilot and work through an apple harvest or finish riveting a wall panel. If they make mistakes on something so important as medicine that we all take every day, it would be catastrophic.
Then why don't they have the same restriction for the server people? Huh? The ponies running all the big computers down on level 7.
Probably because the server ponies take their orders directly from the Overmare, who also has to be immune. The doctors are good ponies, probably the
They don't
best
think the
ones in the
Overmare's immune,
stable.
though.
They're the stallions and mares keeping us alive.
Unless we're going through
One day,
stable,
my
but-
daughter's gonna be one too.
Well then she'll see for herself.
Oh yeah, I'm
And
reading the
prove to us
description.
how
It's
much
very
we've
stable,
all
so it's not just
become
stable
mindless
anymore.
fools. Something's going on. I just know it.
You went to the comic box
Tell
too
me
early,
what's
didn't
going
you?
on. You're drunk and you're grieving. And I'm
Okay, that's
taking
why
you
it
back
sounds
to
like
you.
that. I'm assuming that's spelled remedy?
Hold in for now. I'm caught up.
Of course.
Shall I begin
Since
playing
way
back at the
that's
most
why I say
recent
spell
files?
remedy.
Tell you what, start prepping this year's audio logs. Everything blue ball highlighted up till any logs made this morning.
Understood.
And whilst you're doing that, I'm going out for a bit.
Are you certain of this course of action? You are still behind schedule. If you do not complete a full analysis of the Experiment 81 before the day's end, I must inform your supervisor of your...
I'll get it done. Reverse the coral, I swear. It's just a quick cup of coffee. I need to get my head away from all these depressing experiments. They're bumming me out.
There is no need to secure coffee. The mechanic, Spare Parts, was in after your shift ended, installing a coffee dispenser in this unit. Apparently, you now owe her a favor.
You're kidding me.
It is stable tech, so.
I'm never reading it ever again if this is a thing.
You have to leave occasionally to keep up with the important schedule mandated to the analysts. Remember that tomorrow morning you must attend a counseling session.
You must leave. I'm a computer that doesn't feel like dealing with a living pony.
Better, I feel fine. It's just because of whiny kids who couldn't do their damn jobs properly and...
A rant is not conducive to an efficient work environment.
Oh, right. Back to it. This year's, please.
Oh, computers.
Excuse me, pardon me. Coming through. Excuse me.
I feel like a really bad Twilight movie, so.
Oh,
Door.
Pinkin. Thank goodness. I wasn't sure if you'd be able to get through
Oh,
the
it's
crowd.
Pinkin, not
I've
Twilight.
never seen a crowd so big before.
It's that damn maintenance buck, Lugnut. He keeps organizing these protests demanding more transparency. How on earth do they expect to understand all the details and complexities of the science? After 8 years of my tutelage, even you still don't know everything. Well, no matter. Always remember, Pinkin. We do what we do for the greater good.
Do you?
It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Or if they even comprehend.
Apparently it doesn't matter what I think, so.
What matters
I guess
is that
saying
we
something
are
here
doing the
doesn't
right
matter.
thing.
Well, yeah. I don't get what's so controversial about purifying blood plasma.
Why, nothing at all. In fact, we finally have that new centrifuge up and running. You should have today's batch separated in no time. Then later, I'll show you the scans we did of your brain last week. Oh, so fascinating.
If I were her, I don't think I would want to do that. Actually, well, no, I wouldn't. Even she sounds skeptical.
Oh, you're all right, Pinkham.
Hello, Dr. Bessel. I was just, well, does Dr. Neal seem more eccentric today?
Oh, that. Yes, she has been working very hard lately. I have her running a variety of different tests for me.
Well, I can tell this guy's
I'm
British.
hoping we can create a more concentrated bonding compound for the plasma and the necrocerebrosis serum. I think part of the problem is temperature. We need to chill the serum even lower than freezing so that it can reach the brain before reaching blood temperature.
Has that been the problem? Is that why the serum effectiveness is dropping?
It's my prevailing theory, but I can tell you that all this protesting isn't helping. If things get any worse, they could start a mass panic. We need to assure them that the serum does work,
Anything
and we
that's
have
all
enough
question
of it
is all in
to
the
go
page.
around. If anybody asks you about it, be sure to stress that fact. The last thing we need is for more misinformation to spread through the populace. Lies can spread like a virus and be just as destructive.
Of course.
I'm going down to the cold storage lab. Just message me if you need me and I'll come right up. Have fun with that new centrifuge.
Yeah, I will.
The most recent is from last night.
Hey, Mom, Dad, I'm home.
Oh, Pinkin, thank goodness you're all right.
Why wouldn't I be? Dad, what happened?
Well, I went to see an old friend today when I found this paper under our door this morning. One of these was placed under the door of every residential room.
The doctors are lying to us. They are not ponies of welfare and good living. They are weakening the serum to control us. There are more questions left unsolved. Yesterday afternoon, there was an air vent discovered that leads directly into the main fan coil unit. It is not shown on any blueprints, but it leads directly up to the medical levels. What do they need to pump into the air? How come no pony else knew about it? What if they're the source of the pain? Demand answers. We want the truth now.
The Overmare has already taken Lugnut into custody, but they don't know yet who's working with him. Honey, I don't want you to go to work for a few days. We're going to stay right here until this gets resolved.
Okay, I will. But what
She
about
won't,
Dad?
will
He
she?
can't miss his dose.
Don't worry, sweetie, I'll be fine.
No, you won't.
The Alive feed on Pinkin's Pitbook? You've already set it up, right?
Of course. One moment, please. Connection established.
Please, return to your rooms. Shelter in place.
This is live feed.
Searching for an escaped convict. Please, return to your rooms. Shelter in place. Stable security are searching for an escaped convict. Please.
Dad, we're not waiting anymore. If you continue on like this, you're going to die.
No, I'll be okay. It's too dangerous.
She's right, dear. You can't go on like this. Mom, I know the back way to the medical level. I can be down and back in just a few minutes. Please, be safe. I will.
No, she's gonna get killed.
The experiment is falling to pieces.
I disagree. I am surprised you did not catch on as to what is truly occurring in this stable.
Just the mare I was waiting for. Grab her.
No, please, stay back. How can you do this? You used to be such a nice stallion. You and my dad were friends, but then everything changed when...
Go ahead. Finish your thought. Everything changed when my wife killed herself. Just like so many other ponies in Stable 81 end up killing themselves. And do you know why? Do you know why?
Because you were in pain.
Because we're in pain, not them. Somehow they've given themselves the cure, the real cure, to whatever poison they've been pumping into the air all these years. And they've given ponies like you the cure too, because they want you for something. They want to make you one of them. Don't worry.
I want to make you an Overmare.
I know you're not one of them. At least, not yet. I'm going to save you today, free you from whatever bondage they were going to tighten around you. All I need is for you to open the door.
No. You'll kill them.
Not necessarily. We just want answers. We just want the truth. Once we have that, we can properly decide what punishment they deserve. I'm guessing Green Orchard only has a few hours left. We're going to get into this room one way or another, but if you don't open the door for us, it will take much longer. Your dad might not get his dose in time. Open the door, Pink Pippin. Thank you. Every pony on the floor, drop to your haunches with your front legs in the air. Well, well,
Couldn't just
if
say
it isn't
front legs.
Mr. Left Brain and Mrs. Right Brain.
Where is the Overmare? What happened to the guards?
Oh, they're all dead. In fact, Circuit Build is preparing the Overmare terminal for
Oh,
transfer
they're all
right
dead.
now.
You killed the Overmare?
So that's what this is all about. Power. You just want to be in charge.
How dare you lecture me on power? You have literally had all of us on a chemical leash from the beginning.
What are you pumping into the air? Where is the permanent immunity? Not this daily dosage horse shit that you keep a slave to.
You will never have the immunity. There is no way to fix the unfixable.
I disagree, Dr. Vessel. I think you know exactly where it is. Why don't we go down into your so-called cold storage laboratory and find it?
Once you go down there, it will only cause you more pain. And there will be no stopping it.
Fine.
Wait! No! No!
Dr. Needle, you're the only one left. You better start talking, otherwise we'll have to torture you. Just like you've been torturing all of us all these years. Except, instead of a syringe, I've got a shotgun. I could hobble your legs, one at a time, until you crawl your way down to the cold storage laboratory.
That won't be necessary. I'll take you down there.
Well, that's what I wanted to hear.
Thinking. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that I didn't have time to explain.
Get moving, Nag. You can explain on the way.
This is awful. The Overmare's dead and the stable's a total failure.
We should prepare the stable for the failure protocol.
Alright.
By the goddesses!
Well,
You've got quite the setup down here.
I'm a dumbass.
Wait a minute. This is my horn writing. These are the vials of plasma I separated last weekend. These are the vials of plasma I separated last year. Why are these down here? They should have been converted into serum and distributed by now.
You see, Pinky? We don't actually use the plasma from the blood in the serum.
What do you mean? That's one of the main ingredients. The blood plasma of patients that are immune get absorbed by the blood of the patient, which allows them to produce syntocin.
What have you done to us all? How do we shut down the poison?
There's nothing to shut down. That air duct hasn't been used for over a century.
What are you talking about?
I'm surprised the experiment has worked as well as it has. If I were a part of the original medical staff, I would have bet that it'd fall apart with mere months.
Experiment?
I knew it! I knew it all along! You fuckers killed my wife!
We did no such thing. Your wife killed herself. Just like all the others. The only thing we have done is prove how broken and imperfect you all are on the inside.
No more doublespeak! Give me a straight answer, bitch!
Just look at yourself. You are all a bunch of fools. You've worked yourself into a frenzy, slaughtered dozens of ponies. Most of them innocent guards just trying to keep the peace. Just the smallest amount of doubt or misfortune, and you turn into mindless monsters.
AKA Raiders.
In a way, that's exactly what happened with the Great War. Two sides, lying to each other,
Okay,
reacting and overreacting until they finally blanket the surface with balefire and death, just to prove a point. What in the fuck is the point of keeping creatures like that alive? Preserving those kinds of monsters for future generations and unleashing them on the world once again? We knew we had to do something. We had to find a way to rise above our corrupted selves and actually return from the depths as a better race of ponies. So that's how the experiment began. As soon as we shut the stable door, we began filtering a compound into the air supply to cause intracranial inflammation. We basically induced painful chronic migraines in the entire population of ponies. And that included the original Overmare and all the scientists. If it didn't look real, the experiment wouldn't work.
Yeah, the question just came to me. Who's in the Crusader
we told them
mainframe?
the
Doesn't
story of
the
the
pony have to like
radiation
insert their,
damage
like make a
and
copy of
the
their brain
volume
to
of
put themselves in there?
Something so
The only
intensely
possibility I could think
scientific
of is Celestia.
that only whom we could trust
That could be wrong.
could gain access to the knowledge or equipment to even test one's brain chemistry. Once everyone believed the story, we began running the initial serum trials. The first batch worked like a charm because it was an actual treatment that stopped the migraines we had caused. Soon we tapered down the chemical in the air, so that after a few weeks there was nothing in the air to cause the pain in the first place. But by that point, all of the ponies in the stable believed that without getting their dose of
And
serum
sure,
once
this
a
is live
day,
feed.
they would slip into the horrible episode of pain, so much that they wouldn't be able to think straight. And because they believed, they made it so.
Oh yeah, look at you
Even
guys.
though the air was perfectly clean, with no inflammatory toxin, most of the ponies in the
Okay,
stable
now what
still
else?
got the horrible, painful
Sorry,
headaches
this was
anyway,
not for me.
until we gave them a serum, which was nothing more than chilled saline solution. Water, salt, and food coloring. For effect.
Oh, goddesses!
Among those first 500 ponies, about 25 of them realized that they didn't get the
I still find
migraines
it
either
weird to
way.
hear, oh goddesses.
They were the special ponies that we were looking for. You see, one thing was true about the experiments. We needed minds that truly were wired differently. Ponies whose brains were built to look past all of the lies and deceit that the subconscious would play against itself. These were ponies whose brains would put logic first over emotion, who will one day run the world differently and not plunge it into war because of feelings and imagination.
You're
I don't know whether
You're
I agree with
lying.
it or not.
There's no way that could be true. I felt the pain. I once went days
This
at
is
a
saying
time
I
without the
voiced
serum,
Zeus in Gravity
and I almost
Falls.
slipped into a coma.
Surprising, isn't it? Because if we
Or maybe
doctors can be
Stanford, I don't
blamed
know.
for anything, it could be the initial virus that we released to all of you. By that point, you were terminally ill. So horribly sick in the head that your brain would kill itself for no other reason than it believes.
Brain kill
it's
itself.
dying.
That's the first time I've ever heard the term, and hopefully it's the last.
All we had to do was watch and record the findings.
Except for
The
nobody
first
followed
batch
a
of
question.
both were born in
They
the
probably
stable,
won't.
and big surprise, babies cry, which meant the parents believed their brains had the damage as well. So from the moment
Wonderful logic.
they emerge from the womb,
Stables.
parents are telling them that they need to get their daily dose of serum, or they'll suffer horrible headaches and pain.
Except that's
The
right. What
parents
causes the
system
headaches and
pass the
pain?
infection onto their children. And because we are good doctors, we give all children their doses for free, feeding the ignorant infection of the
Yeah,
brain.
everyone else has to pay
Falsifying them.
whatever you pay in a stable.
That
I don't
is,
know if it's still caps or
up
not.
until
but-
the age the fools get their mark and begin to work for the good of the stable. Then they have to earn their dose. After 7 or 8 years,
Okay,
they
it's even
settle
worse.
into the belief of the pain. So when they first started experiencing it for themselves, the first doctors knew that we were on the verge of discovery. That was the true birth of necrocerebriosis, a horrible, deadly infection of the mind, caused by the pain that is completely fabricated and imagined based on the stories of our ancestors.
You sick thoughts.
So, all this time, the serum has been...
Saline, water, salt, and food
Food
coloring.
coloring. Just like Johnny Test.
Although the immunity
I'm sorry, I
ritual
shouldn't have
isn't
made that
for us.
reference.
We are storing all of the blood plasma for future study and experimentation. It's the same reason we preserve the bodies of every person who is immune to necrocerebriosis. We truly are the next step of pony civilization. The lie has made it so that we are more desirable. That's why the population of the stable is now almost 33% immunity. Instead, when there were no ponies left with the disease, broken minds. It is us, the logical, the rational, that will make this world a better place.
But every other pony has to die.
That is the way things are.
Then why now? Why hasn't the serum been working if it's all in their heads?
Apparently, the main cooler that we kept the saline in has finally been breaking down after all these decades. But the broken dial meant neither Dr. Vessel nor myself noticed. It finally reached the point where the serum was warm enough temperature that the ponies were feeling it different. The familiar ice-cold temperature was now warmer than before. So their subconscious responded by imagining that the serum was less effective, so that the headaches come back faster. That's what caused the spike in suicides the last few years. We have been maintaining the doses because we couldn't figure it out, and we couldn't add new perimeters to the experiment without an effect. I only discovered the serum cooler was broken a few weeks ago, which is why I've been so frenzied trying to fix it, so we can get back to working things again.
You're saying my wife is dead because the salt water wasn't cold enough?
In her
That
case,
does sound pretty stupid.
yes.
I shouldn't be laughing.
But ever since then, Mr. Lugnut, you have spread an entirely new disease amongst the population.
Insanity.
In your drunken misery, you instigated so much fear and doubt that the dose no longer worked. And, like a plague, you spread that disease to everyone of the sick minds in the stable. So that every imaginary cure to the imaginary disease no longer worked. I'd say every dosage death and every suicide since your wife was entirely your fault.
Damn.
My father doesn't have a sick mind. You do!
This is the most recent.
Shut up.
This audio log is...
Shut up.
Analyst, are you aware of the policy on stables which are unable to carry on the experiments of the Stable Tech Corporation?
I know.
In the event of a stable succeeding in its assigned purpose, the analyst has the power to open the stable door herself. In the event of a total experiment failure, the analyst must purify the stable and dispatch a recovery agent to recover items of value from the stable in question. In this situation, it is your duty as an analyst of the...
Could you just shut the hell up?
I was under the impression not 10 minutes ago that you did not care for this stable's residents, only its experiment. I was under the impression you were a professional.
No pony can hear that and... No pony can hear that and continue not caring. They don't have to be in pain anymore. They can rebuild.
You have no choice in this scenario. If you do not comply, it is my function to inform security and have you expunged from the stable. You will die in the waste.
But just let me...
Analyst.
Fine.
Okay, so whoever's in the Crusader mainframe is an asshole. Oh, it's the theme.
What will the verdict be? While
What if I
await
stitch
your
in
answer?
Crusader mainframe? Oh, wait, is the Crusader mainframe just the Crusader mainframe? I'm not gonna learn who's in it or anything. Am I thinking too hard about this? Dr. Vessel, that sounds like such a stupid name. Like, I'm not trying to make fun of Stable Tech here, but I know Fallout's supposed to be messed up. I'm just, Angry Mayor, Angry Science, Angry Cult. Why am I making fun of the credits? Get Happy was during my Skyball, before my Skyball, and I am Shadows of 07. Yay. I kind of hope they make like an actual poster of Terminal Secrets, so I can just get it at a convention and hang it up amongst these million other posters that I have. Because those that know me know I'm a poster freak. Is that it? Is there going to be like some after credit thing? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? My impersonation of Chris Rambling is terrible. Is it just a black screen for the rest? I can just sit here and wait. I got all day. Or all night. I don't really, but I have enough. I have enough time. So come on. Even if you're planning on a jump scare, just come out already. My body's ready. That didn't really look right how I'm sitting in this position. Oh jeez. Hopefully the next episode works on that thing. It has played hour-long videos before. And this isn't even an hour long. I don't know, maybe that's just, it was just a one-time error, I don't know. When an unexpected error occurs, it's not very specific on what that error is, other than unexpected. So, it's literally nothing. There's probably some secret in the last minute. It's not like Stable Tech to just leave a black screen like this. Or maybe it is, and I'm just stupid. I never saw that X-Raider series, so maybe they did it in all those episodes. I don't know. I know Overmare more than I know Stable Tech, so I've gotten more into Stable Tech from listening to the Fallout Equestria series soundtrack or Balefire Symphony, whatever it's called. The music's really good, and it makes me look forward to the series. It's when I started actually respecting Stable Tech Studios. I feel like such a dick for saying that. I mean, in all honesty, the only good thing that I remember anyway, well, actually there's two things. One, that one holiday thing where I just remember the part where Steve Hooves was singing. Oh jeez. And the Set Me Free song, that was good. Fallout Day, I'm sure they're always going to do stuff. So is this really a Stable Tech, or are you going to disappoint me like this? It's bad enough that BronyCon did this for like 50 minutes. So apparently this takes place 20 years before Fallout Equestria. Yeah, that's the end. Okay. I hope you somehow managed to enjoy my stupid commentary over a radio series. I'm just gonna leave it off by saying once again that Crusader mainframe is a bitch.